morning walk, and I want to talk about mindset around content creation. I had this conversation last week with you, and I will talk about that. So, people talk about always about content creation is this perspective of strategy, which is how many pillars I need to do, how much I need to create content, how I can get some much clarity, how I can get followers, how I can have people signing into my world, blah blah blah. But what I want to really talk about is mindset around content creation. I feel like that people don't talk about this enough, and this one blocked me. It was not that I didn't have a lot of idea. I think I have so much idea to talk about it. It was about more I was afraid to create. Always I have two strategies. One that I want to control everything. I want to know the pillar, how many pillars that I need to do to have results, how many content that I need to create to have followers, to have sales. No, refuse, thank you. I don't, it's one person, it's not two. And this one, I really want to talk about that. And I feel like people don't talk about that enough because they are thinking that, yes, I need to figure out everything in order to start content creation. I need to figure out everything, and it's not true. I feel more control you want to do, more you overthink, and less you do in the work. Less you do in the repetition. Okay, just 1 minute. Less you do in the repetition, which is this phase that you need to do the work, to create content without obtaining results, not because you are bad, it's just because you are learning your style to create content, what you really love, what you want. And this one is so much important. I don't say that to have pillar, how many times you want to post is not important, because let's be real, more you post, more you will be visible, and it depends of your creativity. But if you overthink every content you want to control, you will spend so much time to scroll, to consume content, and not to produce and to have people coming into your world. So this one is very important to understand that, to know what is happening when you want to start a business, when you want to start your content creation. It's not about the perfection, it's about produce and enjoy your process. Because more you control everything, more you overthink, and less you are doing the work, which is putting your work into the world, especially if you want to grow the business. More people see your results, more you connect with people, more you know which people you want to work with, and how to build a community that will buy from you and grow with you. The second thing that you need to understand, and this one is very important, is one thing that I did, and yes, it was each time that I post, I put so much pressure on one content that when I don't have the view, when I don't have the like, I stop to post. I post for 1 or 2 weeks, and after I stop. And it's not good because it's not working this way. It's because you have the fear of judgment, the fear of being seen, and sometimes it's because you put so much pressure on one content, and content creation is not good, it's a torture. Why? Because you are thinking, I don't understand why people don't come to me. I create this piece of content, it's not working for me. And after you stop and you create something in the back end of your business, which is creating an email, working on Pinterest, or doing other thing that is not important, that don't bring you in front of to have more people looking your work, is not like that. I feel like that sometimes is because our ego is, let's say, is so much important that we forget that when we build a community, it's not about us. It's about building something big than more than you. It's building a movement that is beyond that just because one piece of content is not good. It's not about working about something that is bad or something like that. It's really about talking about your dream clients, building something is big, and it's not because one content is not performing that you need to post. Because if you look at the big people that you love, your favorite coach, they don't stop to post because one content is not working, because one content is not viral. They still continue to do the work. Why? Because they know that it's a small piece of the content. They just put some seed, and after there's the flower, and they can after take the flower of the work. And sometimes building a community takes time. And I think it's the majority of time because people think about overnight success. But it's not. It's not about overnight success. It's about really building something big, and it takes time. Because I know that there are some people tell you, oh, you just need to put this music and you will go viral. It's not true. It's true just, oh sorry, there are some cars, so I will stop. Tac. I am interesting, so tell me, you asked me by what? Ask me some question about content creation. Tell me, Monk. You are interesting by what? Tell me. You just say I'm interesting, but I don't know. If you have a question around content creation, just ask me a question. We'll be happy to say something. Because only today is talking about content creation. I think next week I will talk about how to create an offer and something like that. So if you have another question, I will be happy to discuss about that. So thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. So let's continue. So it was, if you think about your favorite content, you can see that at the beginning, their content is not perfect. Even the allocation is not good, they are scared, you can see, but they don't stop. Why? Because you learn to be confident when you do the right, when you continue to create content, and it's okay. And sometimes we forget about that because we see all the coach on social media tell you that you need to do that, you need to do that, you need to have the perfect camera, you need to have the perfect mic, you need to have the perfect aesthetic house or something like that, but sometimes it's not true. Sometimes you just need to have your phone and it's totally enough. You don't need to perform, you just need to say what you want to say in the raw way, and after, when you will become more confident on camera, you will see that it will be more and more easy. It's the same thing when I start my podcast. At the beginning it was horrible. I don't know what to say. I would just put my phone and record what I want to say. But I can tell you my most dollar of my podcast is the one that is not perfect, is raw, and I don't have even a plan. So it's very like that. It's very about started to listen your gut, started to share what you want to share, and after, when you feel confident, we can talk about strategy. So now, when we see the mindset, we can see about the strategy. For the strategy, for the content, and build an audience, you will need to understand one thing and one thing only. is who I want to be known for. I think it will be two things. And what is my dream client? Especially if you want to monetize. If you are an influencer, it's not for me. But if you want to monetize your skill, it's about who I want to be known for and who is my dream client. And after, you can think about the content pillar, because when you know your dream client, you will know the pillar. How many pillars you need to create, what topic you need to cover. And after, when you know your pillar, I recommend between 3 to 4 pillars. And it's not about always talking about your niche, because yes, it's cool to talk about, for example, if you are a relation coach, talk about love and everything, but sometimes it's nice to talk about you. It's nice to talk about your value. It's not to talk about what you stand for. And sometimes what you stand for is not relating to your niche. Sometimes you stand for some stuff that you are like, what you see right now on social media, you don't like it, but it can bring you some clients because they're connecting with your value. Sometimes the thing that you don't think that will work, it will work. So when you have your content, know is the type of content that you need to create. There are 4 types of content that you need to create: educational content, activational content, aspirational content, and community content. And let's say solution content, but for me it's the same as activation content. Educational content is not dead. What people tell you is not dead. It's still working, but you need to find a way to activate when you educate. I feel like people tell you that it's dead. It's not dead. It's just that you need to understand what is very important, what is trigger your dream clients in order to. It's just that you need to understand what is very important, what is trigger your dream clients in order to buy from you. The inspirational content is a way, and after, community content is what you want in your community. What is your core value? What you want to work with? What the woman or the man you want to work with? And this one is so important to do. And the last is to work with. And this one is so important to do. And the last is really about to talk about activation, which is how I can. So thank you for today. People are calling me, so I will leave and see you for the next time.